everybody, welcome to Transaction Desk, and tonight we're going to be covering the listing templates and go from there, see how far we can get. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive right in. So has anybody been able to use practice their buyer template last week?
No.
Okay. Did you want to take over and import one and see if it works again, or do you just want to do a listing?
I would not mind importing one over, absolutely.
And do a buyer transaction really fast?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and here, I'll pull up a listing here really fast. Let's go off the hot sheet. We'll just grab a new listing. Okay. So here we go. We have a new listing, 600-3638. Okay.
600.
Pulling it up also.
So that's the listing we're going to go ahead and use. So let's go ahead. What was it? 600. What was it again? 3638.
Oh, 3638.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, where will we go first?
Oh, that's what I'm trying.
Well, I've got to launch it if I'm going to bring it into my tablet.
Well, we could go one of several ways. If you have it set up the way Jeff was mentioning, right, you could potentially click right here on TransactionDesk, and that should open it up right over here. But you need your login and everything for that.
Well, I'm into transaction, but I'm
Okay.
not into armless.
Yeah, well, you don't need to be. That's where he kind of confused with the different variations to get there. If you know how to do it one way, just stick with that way, okay? So that's usually how I'm going to do it too. I'm going to start off in TransactionDesk and just go from there.
Okay.
All right.
Guide us step by step.
Okay, so let's go ahead and create transaction. All right. And who do we want to, let's say Molly Moneybags.
What?
Is she?
She's going to be.
All right. Now here's where, because I set up the office template, make sure you just pull in the right buyer template, okay? So you'll see the buyer transaction office one, that's the one I made. So you should have the one you made there too.
All right. Now, this is where, man, I have to practice this.
Residential purchase, right? Because
Where are
that's
you,
the first one.
where are you at, Mom?
Okay, I am right here.
Okay. Oh, hold on. You're in type. You want to make sure you click template. All right. And you actually went to template, not the transaction.
And see.
You don't want to go to template.
Okay, and this is where, so.
No,
forgive
don't
me.
close.
Okay. No, I wanted to show you where I was starting because I went immediately to this.
I think that's what yours did.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
See,
And see, I went
mine's
right here.
Okay, well, see, okay, this is where you need to be careful and know what you're clicking on before you click it. If you read that all the way through, what does it say there?
It says transaction template.
Exactly. That's not the home page.
Okay.
That literally will take you exactly what it says, to the templates area.
Okay.
So you
Right.
need to save a bookmark to the home screen.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's what I thought.
Okay? And you could use that to go into where you want to be. Okay? So go ahead and go back to whatchamahoozer.
Okay. Now I
Okay.
thought I had actually created it though.
You might have. There's one right there.
Right here. Okay.
And that's taking you to the dashboard.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So now go ahead and create transaction.
Okay, so we're going to use the one that we sent to our own.
Exactly, not the office one. Yep, perfect. Okay, and you could, I'm not sure how you rename
you
that. I know that's what you were
Moneybags?
asking. I don't know where you can rename that.
Well, as long as I have Fred, I don't know where it is.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, now import optional. So this is where you would do the MLS if you were going to do that.
So do you want us to go ahead and hit armless?
This is where it would tie in from right here the easiest way. Exactly.
Okay,
So go ahead and
all right.
click armless, and then
And
it should
then you said, what was the number?
600
Isn't that all funny? Not awful, but we're.
3638.
Okay. And then add me as the buyer's agent. And then go ahead and use wizard.
I would.
Because I love that it still helps to keep you a little bit organized.
Absolutely, it makes it
Okay.
very simple.
All right,
Yeah,
so
I agree.
create. No records found. Did I use?
Yeah, mine said no records found also.
600-3638, right? Do I have the wrong number?
I had 600-3638.
3638. Well, why is it not?
What is yours? Did yours have a pop-up?
Mine came up with no record found also.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit create really quick.
Yeah.
Import of MLS listing data failed, reason no records found.
And
So
yet,
it's not finding the
Mine's having something else and I don't know why.
600.
Mine says this. Gosh, send loan status update to sellers is locked and cannot be deleted. Okay, I don't care. Is that something in the template that I need to switch?
Isn't that interesting?
If this worked, this would have been the simplest way to get that data in, right? Imported.
You would have thought.
All right, well, we're residential.
All right, let me see. I think I was under checklist.
And then 600-3638.
Supplier checklist. Send loan status update. I'm gonna delete that. Yes. Okay, so let me see if this was it. Alright, let me try this again. Alright, mine in bags. Alright, and I want to go to Wizard. Alright, and it was 600-3638.
Yeah.
How do I connect it to the MLS again?
Something we're still figuring out.
Well, it was a choice on this screen. It came on a drop down.
There we go. Import data. Okay, so this is a residential. Whoa,
Why are there three,
I
huh?
have no idea.
So should we, well, let's see what happens with you. Automatically populate import. Oh, there you go.
No records found. I don't know what's going on there.
So is this maybe, well, it says it's a new listing. So what if we play with the next one, the 3822?
Oh, duh! No, oh, okay. It helps if I read entirely. This is a multiple dwelling. It's not a residential. My bad. Gosh.
Okay,
I'm a doofus. I'm sorry.
So-
I'm in my wrong hot sheet.
okay.
So we
If you
need a
click
different-
on we need a residential property. My bad.
All right, so let's just take that one out and wait for a new one.
Oh.
We're ready for the MLS number, aren't we?
Yes. I have
New
coffee
one.
there if you want.
That's all.
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry.
No,
Hey,
but
okay.
this is where
That's the
it's
problem
like,
with-
you know, what is it that I'm
Oh.
missing? I do it
Yeah.
all the time. I have like a residential rental, and it's like, something's not right here, and then all of a sudden it dawns on me.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just okay, I'm fired. Somebody else find a listing, because apparently I can't find one.
Well, all right, hold on a second.
I just pulled up like 2 hot sheets and they were both wrong, and then I pulled up a search that had nothing in it. That's,
Could you have went to our website and taken one off of it?
oh yeah, yeah. There's lots of places to go for.
All right, well, let's just, let's do here. Okay, hold on. $172. So let's just,
There we go. How about this one?
3932.
Yeah.
Okay.
$600,3932.
We finally found your home, darling.
Huh?
We finally found your home.
Yeah, I think you'll like it.
Now create.
Yeah, if we import now, it should work. Yay!
All right.
Everybody created transactions. I just got the notice for both of you.
That's on U-Dog Drive.
Yeah. Woohoo! We got it.
All right.
Okay.
And
So
it's all populated too. Huh?
if all goes well, for the most part, exactly. So let's scroll down to the listing and purchase information, because this is where we'll be.
All right. So the purchase, you want to do a full, or you want to do like a 290 or 289, 9999?
Sweetheart, what do you want to offer on this house? It's $295,000.
What do you think would be good?
300.
250? 200.
She really wants it.
255.
I think she should bid 300.
255?
255 sounds good.
Okay.
300.
Yeah, you're very motivated.
All right. How much are you going to put down? At least 2,500?
Let's have her put a total of 10% down.
All
Okay.
right. So 2,550.
Well, that'll be total for the down payment and everything. So her deposit and additional deposits.
Oh. All right. So 10%. So if you put 1,000 down now, or 1,500.
That works.
Okay, and then additional deposit is going to be 1,550, right? Or 1,050?
Well, it'll be the difference of, so if the total down payment is 25,500, the difference would be 24,000.
Total financing.
But total financing.
Now total financing would be
All
what
right,
is it?
so we're going to take away the 250, or the,
Take 25,000 away, so it'll be
oh,
It'd be 24,000.
220, right?
all right, sorry.
Let's just make it round numbers to make it easy. So I'm going to say $2,000 deposit,
We're gonna
and
change
that
it.
means
Okay,
that it'll be $23,000 down payment.
All right, hold on. I am just so slow.
And then total financing, that would be 25, right?
That would make it 230, correct? I'm just
Minus 1,500.
I just have a clean 25,000 down.
Oh, okay.
Well, $2,000 deposit and then $23,000 down
Oh,
payment.
Is she
okay.
qualified for 230?
Hope so.
She's going to be a nurse. Actually, she might be an anesthetist, so.
All right, so we have that. Hopefully it will make sense when we get back to our paper. Okay, and then so if we hit next, then we have big one there is closing date, and let's say what day do we want to close? That's a long escrow. How about
December
Christmas?
24th.
Yeah, Christmas Eve. That's good. What better Christmas present? Right? And then what is the benefit of the acceptance date? Why do we want to go ahead and put that in general?
Because we don't want it to hang out there.
Well, remember our checklist. This actually starts the timelines on our checklist, so it'll make sure that you get the reminder prompts for your Binzer, for your loan status
Oh,
update.
right, that's the trigger. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So that's the key there. So whether it's today or what day it actually gets done, just make sure you put in the proper, if you want to use your checklist.
So acceptance means
All right.
it's a done deal for on both sides.
The day you get the executed contract, exactly.
And open escrow.
Yep.
So we're gonna say we're gonna open up escrow tomorrow.
All right, wait a minute. I think
Is that okay?
Let's see if it will, yeah, let us do tomorrow.
I'm next. Okay,
Cool.
so what are you doing as far as,
Additional deposit day is gonna be closing the escrow, right?
I just let that blank for the time being, because yeah, that'll all be kind of there as part of the escrow process.
when
You
did
could
you do your
definitely-
close of escrow?
We did.
Christmas Eve.
Oh,
Christmas Eve?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, well, that's a great present. Okay. All right, so I have
take that over,
acceptance
Alexis.
date, I have closing date,
I'll take a Tesla.
I don't need anything else, right?
No, not for right. I mean, if you really want to be thorough, put in as much as you want. But for the sake of what we're doing, your acceptance date and your closing date are the big two. Yeah. Okay. And then next,
Okay.
you should have your contacts. And if all went well, they should all be there already, including you.
I have two breakthrough real estate and property manager lines.
I do too, but one says real estate and property management, and then one
One's
just says the buyer's
breakthrough
broker,
real estate
real
and
estate
P.
and P.
You should have the broker and then the agent,
It
two
says-
different things.
It says buyer's broker on both of mine.
Yeah,
Then
and
it
then I
says
have
buyer,
buyer's
then my name
agent
is on buyer
twice.
agent. And the listing agent is there.
Okay, that's because we put information where it shouldn't be.
Oh,
In the template, get rid of,
template.
yeah,
Gotta get rid of that, cause it's populating it itself.
exactly.
I don't know which one it was though that it populated.
And just when you go into your template, go to the last page of the
And
contract
take that out.
and remove it. Yeah, exactly. I put all that in prior to him telling us that it was. Yeah.
That's where it doubles up.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, I'm glad we're doing this. We wouldn't have caught that.
Yeah, and that's where I went back and fixed mine the last week in class. I deleted mine.
Oh,
So yeah, hopefully it'll show up where you have the agent and the broker, and then agent and broker. Yeah. Okay. So if that's all notated, then we're pretty much good to go. So if you want, pop right into whichever one. Do you want to start off with the residential purchase contract?
Yeah. Okay, let's just see.
oh.
Now, did yours, Josh, just out of curiosity, has listing broker as open door and the seller is open property, open door property?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just so happens that in this case, the seller is the same company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't look at that when we.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody else should be the actual seller's name or whatever it might
All
be.
right.
Yeah.
So in other words, now if we click on, you said the purchase contract.
Yeah. Sounds like a good place to start.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
So buyer.
Where is your, where are you?
Oh, let's go ahead and hit next.
Oh, next.
Yeah, yeah. Where am I? Go.
Molly Moneybags.
So in this case, we're going to go ahead and type it in.
Yeah, I remember he said something about how you wanted to do it, and it had to do with here, but then putting their email in somewhere else too. Because basically what I've had to do is I put in the person here, and then when I go to put in the e-sign, I have to put in their email there. And I don't know if that's the best way or not, truly. Okay, we'll cross that.
I'm hitting next, but nothing's happening.
Oh, you're where you need to go.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
go ahead and
so
pick your
now
contract.
click on
Oh.
your contract. And so then what we were doing, because when you scroll down, then it doesn't have the buyer, so we're typing in Molly Moneybags. I love that. And then I said you were putting down a.
Did your down payment transfer? Mine didn't.
No, mine did not either. I had the earnest money,
Yeah.
Let's see.
and
That's
so,
so weird.
Yeah, the down payment at closed escrow did not transfer.
Yeah, but everything else so far did. So if we put in the 25,000 and then 230.
Nor did the additional deposit come
Yeah.
out.
Exactly.
Now, see, this is interesting because my full price did come in, and then earnest money, and then my down payment didn't. So it's funny because in his he
it
doesn't
didn't
have
come in.
his purchase price.
Full purchase price is not there.
Huh.
So if we go back to we call it the original.
Go ahead and hit it back up there.
And
It should
I'm
take
such
you on the
a
menu.
doof.
Okay, so go ahead and previous.
Come on, computer.
Yes. Thinking about it. Okay, so there's the contacts. You're good. Okay, keep going. Let's do one more. Alright, so yours.
Got the dates in there.
Dates, perfect. Yeah. Alright, so let's go down. And yours, oh, purchase price is not in there. So let's see if that affected it.
I did put it in, but
List price.
oh, that's where it is. 55,000.
Here we go. Now let's see if,
Go forward now.
yeah, now let's try it. Keep going to 5. Oh, sorry, 4, okay.
There it is.
Perfect.
Down payment, that's what it is.
Yeah,
It's not there though. Or the additional. Did you get the additional?
No,
Yeah,
I had
no.
to put in my down payment and financing, yeah. But I'm obviously not doing well with my math here.
I just rounded it, so I changed it to 25,000 down total between the earnest money and the down payment.
Oh,
then
so
it was
financing was
235.
229.5?
Well, 230. I made it round numbers.
Oh, okay, gotcha, okay.
So we have to manually put that in, a down payment of close.
Those two, I guess, yeah.
That's
Line 12 and line
interesting,
13.
yeah.
I don't know. That again, we inputted it. I don't know why it only read half of it. I guess that's one of those weird things that like zip forms did too here and there.
Okay, Jeff, you're gonna get a call.
But let's make sure everything else hopefully went in, because like my close of escrow date, that was there. Was yours?
Let me see.
Let me find out. Yep, December 24th, yep.
Cool. And then
Molly, are you gonna do an FHA?
Sure.
Okay.
So what did we end up financed?
I think 23,000, right?
No, that was the down payment of close of escrow.
total amount financed 230.
230, yeah.
230?
Yeah.
What a smoking deal. And via FHA, huh?
I just put conventional, but I guess for the sake of whatever we could put in, just make it easy. Obviously, if we were working with a real client, we'd put in their
I
loan.
got a conventional in there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna go to the escrow company. It's gonna be our personal check, wire transfer, or other.
Usually personal check.
Yeah. If your average client is local, I would say check. For like several years, all my clients were basically Canadian or not local, so I had wire transfer because most of them were
Yeah.
doing wire transfers. Yeah.
So I do have December 24th date for closing.
Perfect.
Let's see what else is there.
Yeah. And then we would, if
Addenda market conditions is typed in, but not stroked. The box is not checked.
Now mine is this time, which is cool.
Your box was checked automatically?
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine was not.
So you double check that on your template.
These are
Yep.
things where I need to go back to my template
Yeah.
and just verify and kind of kick it line by line.
Yeah, just notate it,
Okay.
put that right next to that one, and double check that box.
Alright.
Line
So we
38.
always have the ability to go back and tweak our template. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, refrigerator, washer, dryer.
Yeah, you'll notice, just come back and obviously put in your description.
I'll put my FHA,
Right, yeah.
seller conditions.
And in my case, I said
Unless
conventional.
zero, I want you to have this house, so I'm gonna say no concessions.
I'm making you ask for it, sweetie.
For concessions?
I'm
or-
playing hardball. Yeah, this is my daughter. I'm making sure she doesn't overpay.
No, actually, we would want to push so that you get, yes. All right, and I got
Grandma
Trish
wants you to
down.
have the house. I'm being that hardball guy that you don't want to take to the dealership.
See, this might be my giving you your inheritance.
Now, under loan contingency, were we supposed to check something or is it automatic? I don't see.
No, go back, are you talking about?
No, right
Oh,
here,
no,
number
no,
line
yeah,
70.
No, nothing there, because the only thing would be like, what type of loan? Was it an FHA?
Yeah.
Was it a VA?
But
And-
is it automatic contingent when you're financing like that?
Well, there's a financing contingency automatically built into the contract. Yes.
What's a loan contingency and financing contingency, one and the same?
Basically, yeah.
But this is where, again, we're looking at that the buyer is going to what? Follow through with their obligation on their loan, that they're gonna, in other words, follow through in getting qualified
Yeah.
right?
Well, and okay, so you have to look at the if we're going to break down the contract, you actually have to look at this whole thing. Like, go down to line 87, and that literally says that we're going to be providing loan status updates regularly, and then you come back up to the loan contingency,
So can
and that
I-
basically says that by no later than 3 days prior than to COE, that we shall have had our documents ready to go.
Okay. So how is it that when we start with our pre-qual, and that it looks like your buyer is going to qualify?
Yeah.
How is it that, like, almost halfway through or even close to close of escrow, how is it that all of a sudden they find out that they don't qualify for their loan? I don't understand that. If everything had been done up front here.
Do you want the
It
honest?
was a real loose pre-qual.
It could be. That's one very viable.
Okay.
Wells Fargo, I hate to throw people under the bus, but like back in the day, Countrywide, several
none
people,
of the banks,
they
yeah.
they haven't done their homework. And so yeah, there are surprises at the end if they don't do all their double checking up front. A lot of that can be avoided, but that unfortunately is one reason things fall out.
So, as agents then, how can I educate my buyer? Because, like, if they are absolutely in love with this house, then I want to do everything I can to help them get it.
Yeah.
And so if they tell me, yeah, I've got my pre-qual through Wells Fargo, it's like, oh, can we talk?
Yeah, and that's one of the hardest discussions that we try to have with our clients. Excuse me. Pretty much, they want to go with who they're comfortable with. They only know the big names. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, those type of places, Quicken, all those. Now, unfortunately, we know as insiders that those aren't necessarily the best places for them to go to. They can get way better service, pay less, have a cell phone you can call somebody at 9 o'clock at night. That's why I love Keith, right? But how do we get them to understand that without taking the lumps along the way? You don't want them to lose that house. That's the hardest thing. Every client is going to be different. Mm-hmm. Some will listen. Some you're going to have to reiterate. Some you're going to have to say, it's free. Would you mind please just bouncing what they told you off of another lender? And it doesn't even have to be mine. Just please check with somebody else too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Because,
think that's a good idea.
yeah.
When I did Judy's, I went to the bank with her. I met the loan officer. The loan officer even attended the closing.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
See?
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because I was just, Sammy came this far to find out. And that's why I don't get it.
Yeah.
So that's why I
Well,
was
and
asking.
but life happens too. Remember, like we've had, hopefully you're going to turn around and help him again here soon. Remember
yeah,
Thanksgiving?
Tim and Lance.
Thanksgiving weekend, she got laid off. They were in escrow in Thanksgiving weekend. We were at church when I got the call that she got laid off. So obviously, if you don't have a job, you can't get financing, and crap happens on that front. So there are some legit things that are out of everybody's hand that may happen. And that's why it's there, because she shouldn't lose her earnest money because she lost her freaking job. You know what I mean? That's not fair. That's not anybody's fault. On the flip side, there have been people who have bought furniture and financed it and literally lost their qualification for a house.
Right, they were
Yeah.
saying.
And that's
I
their
had a
bad,
client,
in which case,
five
return
closed
that
for
furniture now. Get it the day after you close, man. There's options there. So it could be a number of reasons. You know what I mean?
You know my family I was working with? I don't know if you ever
The
met.
investors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all worked at the same place and they all got laid off at the same time.
Oh,
The two boys, the twins,
Yes.
and the father, they all got laid off at the same time.
no. Oh,
I was going
man.
to ask you what
That
was happening.
sucks.
It happens though,
It does.
I'm so sorry to hear
Yeah.
that.
So anyway, but that's why we're on the spot,
Okay.
and that's why we will file our forms on time to make sure we can get our clients' money back. Because in this case, we are solely representing the buyers. We're doing a buyer contract, so we know when and how we have to do it. So basically, as long as you don't get a cure notice 3 days before closing,
Yeah,
or actually 3 days before the 3 days, then you're good to go and you're not going to have anything to worry about. But if you do get a cure notice, you have to make a judgment call. Am I going to cancel, or are we going to try to make this
all right,
happen?
all right.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
well, thank you
Yeah,
very
types of-
much.
Is it proper or improper to ask your buyer client, is it okay if I talk with your lender?
I think we're all on the same team.
Yeah.
There's a really weird adversarial attitude where a lot of buyers don't think of us as the ally, and they don't they're in it for themselves, even though they have all these people that are helping them. And it's hugely beneficial to rally around and have everybody on the same team. I've had one where the appraisal didn't happen, and I had the lender basically telling me I was terrible and it was my fault, and he was trying to make it not appraise. And it's like, don't you represent the buyer? The buyer put in an offer, the buyer ran the comps, this is what's needed. The sellers can only go down to here. Shouldn't you be trying to make this happen? Here's the numbers, here's where everybody can be. We need to fight for this. And he was like, well, no, it prays for this. And it's like, at what point in time who are you working for?
What I think is interesting is the deal that Dad had up there, like in Union City, was an older couple that she didn't have an agent, and they had their home up for sale. And so when the comps were run and stuff, Dad actually went to the buyers and said, I have to share something because I got to do this with a clear conscience. And they wanted to offer like kind of a lowball offer, and Mike said, we can't do that. If this needs to be a win-win for both sides. And so I have to really ask you to think about raising your price to here. And it's still going to be an excellent deal for you, but the sellers, I have to do what, and so he ended up representing both sides.
Well,
But what I thought was interesting is that sometimes we have to do the right thing.
yeah.
And so that means that I want it to be a win-win, and this is how I think it can be a win-win. Are you willing to
Yeah.
do that?
And this is where try not to. Dad did good. If I'm remembering how this all played out, he did definitely do it properly. You can represent a buyer with an unrepresented seller,
Yeah.
in which case your fiduciary duty is still to the buyer, even though the sellers don't have an agent. Okay. Now, you represent, if you have a buyer broker agreement, you represent the buyers right up until you may represent the sellers too, in that case, right? So right up until then, he's doing his job to represent the buyer, and whatever offer they want, we communicate as good as we can.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know if somebody offers too low, it's just going to insult the seller, and they're not going to get anywhere. And good luck. Now you just pissed them off, you know.
Right.
And so we want to obviously prevent that. Okay, is that doing a disservice to our buyers because we're trying to get them up? No, you know what I mean. So it is a full judgment call where we're not trying to get them up. Oh well, offer full price because that's what it. You know, if that's got to be careful not to go on either side.
Well, go ahead. I'm
But
sorry.
what's really interesting is there's so many even sellers or buyers, and buyers or sellers agents that don't understand that why would my client accept that? That's a piece of crap offer. And no, I'm not going to allow them to do it. And they are solely only looking out for their party. In which case, they're not going to get a deal done. Are you looking out for your party? Most cases do need that win-win. And when you find that win-win, that's when you get a deal done.
Well, but see, isn't this where, because again, my integrity is always on the line.
Yeah.
But if I do my homework, and so I come to the seller to say, comp-wise, this is where you're at. And then to the buyers, comp-wise, this is where we're at. And this is a good meeting place right here.
I think any supporting
Okay.
documents is a good point for your case.
Well, here's a good point to kind of allude to.
Okay.
Oh, this is open door. They're now selling it at fair market. Did they do this seller, the people they bought this home from, was that in their best interest
Yeah.
truly?
When you consider what the comp is saying right now.
They're not looking out for the market. They're not looking out for the neighborhood. They're not looking out for the seller. They gave the seller an offer that made sense to them and their shareholders. Had nothing to do with the fair market other than the context of can we make money off of the fair market on this home. And if you actually look at their documents, right there it says our fees are 6, starts off at 6 to 15%.
Wow.
Okay,
And
it's
I
right
do-
there in their
I do know
document.
that my last deal with them,
It's not a
that
commission, it's a fee.
my buyer was willing to actually do the full offer price because she really wanted this. But that's what they were asking because they were barely making any money because of the repairs they did.
As an agent representing the buyer, are we comfortable working with Open Door?
Well, if they hold the listing, it's one of those things. It's
Are
up to the comps and the market.
Is it in MLS?
Yeah. Well, once they buy it, they put it in the MLS.
And the commission statement is in the MLS, right? It's in the plano.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So, and they're obligated to that, right? Open Door is obligated.
Okay, we're talking about before we get it on the MLS. Once it's in the MLS, it's an open door listing. It's a normal listing, okay? If a buyer comes to it, they have a few extra documents they have to sign, which show which talk about how they have their partnerships and stuff like that. And you have to do their contracts, blah, 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 and use their escrow companies. It's just like buying from a bank-owned home back in the day, basically. You have to use their documents, their everything, their escrow, blah, blah, blah.
And
It's
they
up to
have
your
their
buyer if
people-
they're going to
And
play
they
that
have
game or
their
not.
people already laid in place so that here was the listing agent.
Yeah.
Now here is the agent that's gonna walk you through the escrow process. This is who we're gonna use for escrow. And, so they had,
Yeah.
like, their people kind of in place.
But I still
But-
have the right to direct my buyer to the escrow agent of my choice.
And just like new homes,
Yeah.
they make it very not worthwhile to do
Yeah,
that, unfortunately.
because they will tell you
Yeah.
that if you use somebody outside of their network, it will cost more.
Yeah.
And so they
See,
kinda
there's so much
leave
about
you-
it that can
yeah,
be construed as not being in the public's favor.
Yeah,
And that's where every which way from Sunday I have huge issues with these companies because they are unnecessary. They are just a company that's out there for profit, plain and simple, and that's it. They have nothing to do with benefiting the community, benefiting the public,
Or representation.
nothing of that sort.
Not even
They,
representation.
they play it off like they're trying to make it better for people, but it's on a very superficial thing where this is the kind of it's like this is the world we live in, and right now we don't even get people to do this, it's just they try to make it as convenient as possible. I don't want to have to wait 3 months. I can call you and get it done tomorrow. Stupid. Nonetheless, how do you really feel, Josh? Okay, so yeah, we're basically done with the offer. I mean, once
Okay,
we keep
yeah.
sliding down. All right, now, as much as we were going to try to get through a listing tonight, do you want to do the signing?
yeah, let's do that.
Do you have that set up? Like, I don't know, I don't remember how far we got.
I think we just
I-
got to
we-
the actual, like, market condition. I
No,
think we
Well,
just
do you
got
guys need to
the-
set anything up? Let's go ahead and hit it. Let's see how far we get, okay?
right,
So if we go to
so-
sign,
All right,
Let's see.
hold on.
I need to go back somehow.
oh, you know what? I forgot, we need to do the rest of the documents. Okay, so if you click on the house in the middle, you got your transaction forms. All right, let's do the agency really quick. It should basically be done. Yep, Molly money bags, you're good. All right, market conditions advisory. All we need to do is date that and sign it. HOA. Let's not worry about the HOA. This listing agent should have provided it. Okay.
Going too fast. I didn't find market conditions.
Okay, now you should be, okay, now you went back too far, okay? So go back to where, you pull up like where you have your forms, okay?
Back to the contract?
Yeah, go back.
All right. Now when you have this contract up, hold on one second, when it pops up, right in the middle here, you'll have a house.
Oh, I clicked on this one.
Yeah, exactly. And see, I wish I knew why. Mine has the written, and it's so much better for me. Like, it would be so much better for you guys. Because mine actually says transaction forms.
Because they know Fred and I are challenged.
That's not...
No. But, so when you just click on it, and
Real
then
estate
you
agent,
click.
disclosure and election buyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully everything basically should be filled out if all
So
goes
when
well.
you scroll down to the bottom, it should say Molly Moneybags.
There she is.
Okay. And so then you go back up to the house, and then just click on it again, and then market conditions. So what I love is that it's kind of like I don't have to really go back and, I mean, I am, but it just, you know, it's
Yeah.
like it takes that out.
Yeah. This,
Okay.
in my opinion, this is so much more user-friendly. It's a little too user-friendly on some things where it kind of intuits wrong things a little bit, but I prefer that than zip forms where you had to go back and forth. They wanted you to use e-sign, but it wasn't our e-sign. You had to use some other program.
Extended, yeah.
Yeah, it was so many weird things, right? And then you had to use like the weird MLS Connect, which most people can never figure out. You know, yeah.
Molly, are you ready to sign?
Let's do this.
All right, so where do we
Okay.
go? So I'm going to close that.
All right, so this is where.
With the pin. Don't I go to
Yep,
the pin?
you go to the pin.
Okay.
Do I
All
have
right.
to close the document first?
Nope.
No, isn't
No.
this beautiful? So just click on the pin. So we're
Right.
going to say yes.
Yeah, it'll ask you to do this form, and you'll say yes, but you're not just stuck with this form. You'll be able to add more forms in a minute, okay? So
Okay.
we got signing name, Molly Moneybags. All right. Now, first come, first serve. All of our documents, they don't need to be signed in order, okay? Don't hold up one person, make everybody else wait. You know what I mean? So simultaneously, first come, first serve, right?
Okay.
I don't see that.
All right.
There you go. Sign in line, simul sign. There you go. Yep, perfect. Okay. And then advanced options, don't worry about that. Go ahead
And
hit
I think he
minus.
said not to.
Yeah. What?
Not to do that. So, you know.
Advanced options?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do it.
All right.
Perfect.
So.
So yeah, as long as you have simul sign there,
Oh,
go ahead and
okay.
click participants.
Ooh, nice.
All right.
All right.
Now,
So,
you'll notice that several of us don't have emails, right? So that's where we'll go ahead and add one too here in a minute. Okay. So just add Molly.
and remote signer, right? And then.
We don't put an email in there?
You will. Okay. All right. Now if you're going to be a signer or not, like for example, if you had a buyer broker agreement in here,
Yeah.
you would be signing, right? Pool addendum you sign, mold addendum you sign. So if you really had your documents in here, you would be signing too. Okay.
So we just go ahead and add ourselves as a remote signer?
Exactly.
Okay.
Or you could set yourself to review if you just want to review it to make sure. Okay.
Oh.
It's up to you. Okay. So you
if
can do a
we wanted
CC
to
only.
review the overall documents in the transaction?
Before we sign them?
Let's say you were a new agent.
Yeah.
Okay. And you need to sign it. I want to review it, and you're the buyer. Okay. You could have me review it by putting me in here. You could have you signing it when you're doing it, and you're signing it. So you could have everybody simultaneously doing different roles within it. Let's say you don't need to sign it, you don't need to review it, but you just want a copy of it when it's done. That's the CC only. Okay?
Now, why is it? Because mine opened up just like yours, but it also has me down, you know, where I can choose myself as it has me down again as a reviewer.
So when we're
Because you're,
reviewing,
I honestly don't know why. Me too.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
are we reviewing other people's signature?
You're literally just reviewing the transaction, the document.
The documents.
Yeah.
So if
You're not
anything,
signing
just
anything
be-
or anything. Yeah. You're just looking at it and saying, I approve.
But at some point though, there are some forms I'm going to have to sign.
Not on this one right now, unless you
Oh,
included one of those
okay.
other documents. That's what I'm saying. Depending on what you're sending and
gotcha,
how you're
gotcha.
sending it, you may review it, You may only want a copy of it, or you may be signing it yourself. So this is where you would choose which one you want to do on this one.
Okay.
It's not set to, I mean, it's defaulted to something, but switch it to whatever you need.
No changes can be made to the documents once it goes into e-sign, right?
Correct. That's why you would review it just to see if you made an error, and then you would possibly stop something, or cancel it and switch it up.
Would the seller try to make changes without?
They can't.
They just can't.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just, it's mainly for your supervisor or like a new agent that has a mentor. I want a copy of your first 5 offers just to be safe. That type of thing is what I assume. Okay.
All right.
So in this case, go ahead and put yourself as a remote signer, and we're just gonna we want to see what it is. Okay. So even if you're not, there's no spot for us to sign, we're gonna drag it so we can see it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and add. Now, please check that everyone you want to sign is in the right role.
Buyer 1, no buyer 2. Seller 1, seller 2. Ignore.
Okay. Now, are you in my screen? Same thing? And does it have the red hand going, no?
No, mine looks like this.
Perfect. Okay, roll. Yep, you're right, Molly. Perfect. Okay, so here's where it's asking the roles. We're just representing the one role. We're not worried about if she had a husband or a partner she was buying it with, we would put the buyer there, but the sellers that we're not representing, so just ignore.
Okay, so ignore,
Yep.
so save. Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
So we say save.
Yes, sir. Okay, and this is where it's going to say, good job, but you're missing some stuff. All right, and that's what that red hand is there for. It's saying, you have an issue.
Yeah, click save again. Yeah, there you go.
Okay?
All right, now it's interesting because I've got a red hand on both of mine,
Okay.
and he doesn't on his.
Fred's properly entered in his section, in the contacts. Okay, you and I aren't for the sake of this.
Okay.
Okay, so what you'll need to do is it won't let you proceed as long as there's that red hand.
Yeah.
And in this case, it needs the email address for us. Okay, so if you click on it, it says it's missing the required information. So then you just come in and do it really fast. So josh@brepham.com. Right? And then down here, it's going to ask you for the custom signature and custom initials if you want. Yeah, it's
I'm
up to you.
lost.
Okay.
That's because
So
you're
yours already has it. Notice how there's no
Oh.
red hand there? So go
Oh.
ahead and click Molly. Alright, saying this participant is missing information. So hit OK. And her info will pop up. So that's where you input her email.
Okay, what's your email, Molly?
Mine?
Molly Bags at 12345.
Do that.
If you could actually sign this one for him. Yeah.
So
Yeah, Molly, she's Molly at Brepom.
All right, but anyway, you and I have to finish this, so we have to do our
So just-
customize.
You don't need to customize. No.
Oh,
You don't have to. If you want to customize, you can, in which case you have to do those things.
Okay, gotcha.
But if you just use the default, it's okay.
all right. So just say participant.
All right, and
right.
then Molly's missing information, and so I'll do
All right, so I click on Molly. Okay,
Molly at Brepom.com.
okay, Molly.
Save participants. All right.
And what? Oh, save participant, sorry.
Custom signature, custom initial.
And you only need that if you're actually going to use the custom ones. Okay? So since her name's written there, you do need to put that. So just put the initials.
MMB,
Yeah, whatever you would ask.
But the fact that it wasn't put here, I
Does
don't
it
have
have
to
to be
worry about it,
captured?
right?
No, it's up to that's literally up to your person. It's whatever initials they would want if they want it.
Okay, but if it's not there, I
Don't worry
don't
about
have
it.
to
Yeah,
fuss
for,
with
for
it.
what we're
Okay.
doing today. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And go ahead and save it. Okay. Cool.
All right.
And her role is there, so we're good. She's
All
the buyer.
right, so then step 4, right? Or do you have to hit add?
Well, go. Let's wait for Fred.
Okay.
Go ahead and save it. Okay. So now hit documents because we want to make sure that all of our documents are there. It obviously pulled in the one that we used up front, but let's grab the rest of them.
Add, okay. So
Select from forms.
Molly Bags, Forms, and Documents, exactly.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All
And so
right.
then I can just click all of these that I want to bring over, right?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we just started off with the agency. So let's go purchase
Let's see.
contract, market conditions.
Buyer advisory, buyer broker, buyer. I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm just going to do the 3 for right now. Alright, yeah, let's do the buyer broker since we have ourselves as signers. Let's do that.
Oh, I'm getting too many then. Buyer broker, purchase contract.
So
Yeah,
I
let's
did
just
that.
go ahead and do the 4. So go ahead and purchase contract, perfect. Go ahead and get rid of that one, go ahead and get rid of that one.
Which one?
Get rid of that one and get rid of that one.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
because I've got
Perfect.
the cover
Just
sheet,
down to
the
the
agency
conditions.
disclosure, buyer
Go-
broker, contract, market, and buyer.
Go ahead and get rid of the cover sheet.
Oh, okay.
So you have the 4?
I
Just the
actually
first
have the
four.
real estate, buyer broker, the contract, market conditions,
That's
and
it.
buyer advisory.
Get
Go ahead and get rid of the buyer's advisory.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay.
yeah.
Then I have just 4.
Perfect. Okay, let's roll with those.
Okay, so add.
Um,
This form is already part of the sheet. You want to add
Oh,
it
we
again?
double clicked agency again.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, all of us did it.
Now, but I can
So
come
take
back here
agency
and I
out.
can delete this.
Yeah, go ahead and hit the X right next to it. It'll delete it.
Okay, let me see. Okay.
All right.
Wait a minute.
That one.
It's
Okay.
still telling me this form is part of the signed contract.
Yeah. Okay. Oop. Okay, hit OK. All right, now it'll load them all up. All right, so you have...
Market, real estate, buyer broker, and the contract, right?
Do you have... Is it just the 4 there?
You've got market
Oh,
conditions
you got the market
twice.
conditions. That's what it is. Okay, so go ahead and get rid of one of those.
Hit the
The
X
X.
right up there.
Click off of that one, close that one, and delete that one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I have 2 of them in there? Yeah, perfect.
Yep. All right.
And
Now
how
we
come
need
you only
the.
have 3? You're missing, what are you missing? Market, oh, your agency disclosure. Okay, cool.
Rocking. Okay. All right. Now, as soon as you have that, go ahead and we're good there. So go ahead and click
Design?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So this makes it really easy. All your stuff over here is on the right. It's very similar to e-sign if you're familiar with that. Now, what really makes this program amazing is everything should be pretty much done. The only thing, if all goes well, that we're going to have to do is we're going to uncheck the lead-based paint in the offer. If all goes well, that's pretty much the only thing we're going to have to do. Okay? And potentially accept the offer, not decline. Okay? So let's go ahead and scroll down. Mine starts off with the agency, and it's dated and ready to go.
So if it already has it, where it says Molly Bags, you know, and then auto date, it's already set to
It's
go.
good.
Wow.
Exactly.
All right, and then you go down, and then it says, yep, it says,
Buyer.
okay. Now going through the buyer broker, okay, cool.
Are we looking at the buyer broker exclusive employment agreement? Is that what we're looking at?
All right. Now, ours are probably in slightly different orders. So yeah, as you're going down, perfect. Okay.
So,
So
I
let's see what
love
yours
that it
says.
automatically populated me and then Molly.
There you go. Good. And good.
Okay, and
Yeah.
then now the buyer.
All right. So the
purchase
buyer.
agreement.
Yep. So go ahead and scroll down, and you'll see that it should be initialed on the bottom of every page properly. But when you get to the lead-based paint, you'll see that both of them are checked.
Okay, so let me get to that. Oh, okay, so this is where we get to actually, you said delete?
Get rid of the one that doesn't fit properly. I think this one was built after 1978, right?
So
we just
we
click
just
on
cut
them?
it, or no, delete it.
If you click on it, it should have a little
Oh.
pop-up with the trash can.
But you know what? It took away both of mine.
It shouldn't have.
So
Mine did
I,
one at a
What
time.
did you click on?
see, I thought I clicked on just that one.
All right, well, now
Mine went one at a time.
But
Yeah.
now,
So
can
go ahead.
I?
Yep, now you could just do that. Nope, click on it again. Okay, now which one do you want?
Okay, so I, initial here,
There you go, perfect. And look up.
but I need to change it.
Oh,
to
yeah, you were under
Molly
you.
bags, so.
Yeah, so click
I'm
that
gonna
one.
get rid of this one.
Oh,
Okay.
did you right-click it? Is that what you did?
I think I did.
Oh, okay, you don't need to. If you
Okay.
just click it in general,
Yeah, just
a little
click.
pop-up will
Yeah,
show up.
It'll be
Okay,
right there.
so if I just, so in other words.
Yeah, see how that?
Yeah.
That, yeah. See? So you don't need to
Oh,
right-click it.
this right here.
Yeah,
I
that's-
see. Okay,
Yeah,
and
you
I
just
get
have to
that. I gotcha. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's, and
And
other
then-
than that, hopefully it's perfect. And I may or may not be right when I think that it declined it at the last page. Let me just double check. No, okay. Yeah, it was the other one that had my information down here under broker offer rejected.
Okay, my name and agent code came up, my license number came up.
Sweet,
And then sign here, money bags.
sweet.
And month, day, and year is in blue.
Yeah,
And
So
then
is
it
it good?
has the seller agent.
is it good?
Yeah.
The only thing I don't see is the outdoor property agent's name.
She's right there. Jacqueline Moore.
Oh, it's not gonna be under the seller's signature then, huh?
Well,
What- where's-
no, because but it has the seller's agent, so.
Well,
What
so,
would he
so
need?
we don't designate a spot for signature for her?
Nope. No, seller side is seller side. They'll take care of that with whatever they.
This is totally just the buyer.
Yep.
See, wow, that is just
Okay.
so cool.
So if that's good, go ahead and hit next.
All right.
All right.
You have successfully completed the creation of this signing.
All right. So here's what if you want to, you can customize the email invitation, right? And you'll see it pops up to everybody. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So if you want, this is where you write in whatever message you like, and if not, it'll just send them the default message.
All right.
Hi Molly, please sign where indicated.
Weber's, Lee's, and Woot.
Sign,
I can't tell my email.
now wait a minute, when we had her initials, it said like MMB, but she has to initial it, right?
She will. Yeah. Yeah.
So she has to sign and initial where indicated.
Yeah. Kind of the standard spiel is please review, sign, date, and initial where prompted. It's kind of weird. Review, sign, date, and initial.
Any questions? Let me
All right. Let me know when you guys send it, and you're looking at the same screen I am.
know. All right, so then I don't have to say anything for me though, but
Not if you don't want. I'm not sure if it'll allow you to send it that way. If you might have to write something in there, but you can try it.
the fact that it's coming from me, that's why it's,
Yeah, I don't know if
So
it'll.
we just say
Okay,
same
I'm
after we
just-
put our
okay.
subject line in, right?
Yeah, but that was
Oh,
you were doing it under yours. So yeah, just copy and paste that and put it under her.
all right, the invitations were sent.
There we go. All right, cool. Now save and then go ahead and send.
here comes Molly.
Perfect. Okay, so if you want, let's go ahead and pop over to our email. Okay, and it might take a second.
Find me. You mean to our regular email?
Yep, go to your regular email,
Yep.
and you should
then to
see
sign
your email.
invitation, yeah.
Perfect. And go ahead and click the pen, or somewhere around the blue pen.
Preparing a 15-page document with true signing blocks.
Isn't that great that it actually tells you?
Mm-hmm.
So here's where
I
it'll
came up
actually.
with something that says status, signings, money, back, market
Yep.
conditions, advisory,
Yep.
status in progress.
Yep. That's where it took you when you're done. There. Okay.
Okay.
Now the next step we were doing is we went to our email.
You can just check your Gmail right there if you want.
Try it again. And.
There it is. No, Kelly Harris.
No, 5,400 emails, Fred. Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, you guys. Oh.
Yours didn't come in.
I don't. Are you in?
Did you send it? Is that Fred at Brepham?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Click that up there, the F below that. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so go ahead and hit this again. Is this the email it was going to get sent to?
You know, I don't remember. Well, in any case, if it was Yahoo, Yahoo forwarded it to Gmail. So it still should be here.
Molly, I think I like this font that they chose for me.
Go ahead and do, shoot.
Oh, what I love, it says consumer consent disclosure.
I mean, that's from 4 o'clock. Can you open your Yahoo to see?
Let's see.
There you go. Apparently it's not getting forwarded. So, yeah, there you go.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and scroll down and you'll see the blue. There we go. So we're going to click that.
Well, I have a lot of practicing to do.
Oh, see, I like your print too.
Yeah, so pick whichever one you want, and if you're good, go ahead and accept it.
Okay.
Now, again, this goes back to the user friendliness of this versus the other one. Notice right off the bat, progress 0% lets them know that if where they're at in the process, they're not guessing. You know what I mean? So if you go ahead and hit start if you like.
And then just click
Take you right to it.
complete signing. Okay. Password. Ooh. Now, at this, you will receive, so we have to create a
No.
password?
Nope.
Oh, no thanks?
Okay. Now, if
Something's
you
going
can
on.
add it if you want, but read it. Okay, it's saying that also anytime in the future you could access the signed documents and signing history from our secure cloud dashboard by using your email address and a password.
Now,
So if you
there
want
are
that-
a lot of times, you know, that I go back to see where that document is. Is this not what that's saying?
This is one place it naturally stores it. You should be saving them to paperless pipeline. You should be saving a backup in the cloud, like under Google Drive or your Dropbox or whatever that you save your documents to. As well as if you want this. If you want to utilize this as your cloud storage, that's up to you. But that's up to you. You know, no matter what, every agent needs to be storing their documents somewhere for the right amount of time. We, the brokerage, require you to put it in a paperless pipeline for us to store.
Is there any reason why we should not be using this?
I don't, because I don't use it. I don't come back here for my documents. I don't
All right,
need
but
extra passwords.
We can always come back and,
Absolutely, yeah. I don't personally use this. You guys can.
I
It's up to
usually
you.
create a folder with the address.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I keep all my stuff in Drive under my clients and everything. So the moment I get the email, because you'll notice too when we're done,
Will it create a PDF file to upload it?
right here, see? Yeah, exactly, right? So on to sign action, there you go. See, it said, attention Mr. Josh Zell, an action has taken place. Signed, right? Document accepted, I'm good. Now, the only thing we're waiting for is Molly's side. As soon as she's able to go in and sign hers, you will get a copy in your email
Okay, so
that you can do whatever you want with. What?
all right. So like when I clicked on it, it took me and it says you have successfully completed your portion, but it says click here to access the signing process, displaying the progress of the current authentic sign process.
Exactly.
So
So-
we know we only have one place to sign, so we say complete then?
Yep. If it'll prompt you to do your portion. Exactly. So as soon as that's done, see how your progress is 100% one of one. You're good.
Complete, okay.
Yeah. And you can complete. And there you go. So this is where Mom was asking if you wanted to save it and use their cloud support, whatnot.
All right, because when I clicked on the click here, then it took me to this.
Oh,
And
saving
so
the
it sounds
cloud?
like it's kind of the same thing there, right there, except that this is on like another page, but it's still the same thing.
Sure, I don't know where you clicked when you said
Okay,
that.
well, okay,
So go
when
ahead,
you
no
click
thanks.
on no thanks, okay, see, click here
Oh,
to
yeah.
access, and so when you click there,
Yeah.
it takes you here to this.
Okay. Well, your dashboard login, okay, but you're also there via your other one, so go ahead and close out of that,
Okay, so
Okay.
close out of that.
and
Okay.
then come back to your actual Instanet. Okay. Now, when you actually come back to here, for example, so if you want, click the dashboard.
All right,
Okay.
am I talking about, do I go to this
So-
monitor?
Okay.
I'm
Go
just
to
a
your
little-
actual. Yep. Exactly. Go to Instanet.
Okay,
Transaction
right
desk,
here.
yep.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Now, this is the screen that we left here for. Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead and click dashboard, and that'll take you to
Oh,
this transactions dashboard.
okay,
Okay. Now, if you want, you could see over here. It'll kind of keep you updated on what's going on. Okay. So you can kind of, if you go to details, you have it. But if you go to signings, okay, you can see right there. And if you click, you can see where it's at in progress, and you'll be able to see who signed it or whatever.
all right, so I click on the menu.
Mhm.
Okay. Open signing
Yep.
or history, doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
and that either way,
Okay.
it'll tell you where you're at
Okay,
in
gotcha.
this process. See?
Because I was trying to find also where we saw the percentage as to what was left to be done, or if, where you were.
Yeah, that's in the signing up at
Okay.
the top.
Okay.
But you'll notice, since yours, what are we looking for? The checkered flag. That means you're finished. Molly still has the speedometer. That
I
means
gotcha.
we're waiting on her.
Okay, ooh, all right. So there is a little bit of sense as to why they use these icons.
Did you? so
Honey,
did-
Well,
did you get
find
it?
your
I went to
weapon?
signings, but I don't
I
know.
can't.
Okay. Oh, going to
I
open
don't
that
have
back up.
anything to check with.
Okay, so hit that right there. That little, yeah, the 3. Okay. Oh, sorry, not that. Oh, where did your? How did we get the menu back here?
Let's see, I went
Hit
to.
the transaction.
Let's see, resend and resend.
Forgive me, I'm still learning
Nice,
these.
nice,
Because
nice. So I
we
need
need
to.
the hamburger over here on this side, but I scroll to
Is that
go
the
to
hamburger
one
right
right
here?
here.
that's he's in this one.
Oh,
Go to
Did I have his hamburger? Instrument form. Let's get to-
no, nothing over here, yeah, go ahead and hit that hamburger and close that. Okay,
now where are you
without your
wanting to
icons,
go?
I'm having a hard time, because mine has it. Go to the left one
The
there,
folder?
and doggone it, I don't know where
What are we looking for?
that.
Oh, this right here?
Yes.
Where did so I was actually in.
Go ahead and go to the big dashboard again. Okay, you don't need to use these documents pretty much ever on that side.
Because the particular document is going to be everything over here
Yeah.
on the right.
Yeah, so you're going to want to go to Molly Moneyback's transaction. Okay, see now how you have everything over here again? That's where you want to focus in this transaction.
Okay, this is where I was, and I clicked on signing.
Exactly.
And it took me here, and
Perfect. Now,
There you go.
there you go.
Okay. I did that, but it didn't come here the last time.
Yeah, because something was focused over here,
Yeah.
and that's why it got rid of over here. So you might have hit something, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we got flags over here. We have authenticate here.
Yep.
Signed.
flags, the checkered flag means you're done, which is perfect because you signed your portion. Now you're just waiting on Molly's
I
portion.
got the checkered flag, but she's still racing.
Molly, get with it. Are you going to buy this house or not?
Okay.
Okay, so that's that. We finished a transaction.
Okay.
All right,
Wow,
it took
I
us
gotta
about
do
an hour
this a
our
few
first time,
times.
which isn't bad. You know?
I really need to practice.
Oh, Fred, I'm with you. Okay, I'm totally with you, my friend.
I'll buy a house from you if you buy one from me.
I'm there. Okay.
So, so I guess next week we'll try to do a listing, and then we'll do a listing template, and then if we can, then the following we'll do like a rental template or something like that.
Okay.
Whatever you guys want to do on that front.
Okay.
Or we could just keep practicing, and you could write an offer for him. He could write an offer for you. That's good too. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Josh,
was,
thank you
yeah.
for all this help. I'll tell you.
Well, I'm winging it. You can see tonight I was way better than I was last week.
But the more, the more we do it, the
Yeah,
more
I,
Exactly.
I really need to
gets.
wallow in it.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Well, this is one of those things where, you know, thank God they don't change these very often. You know, if we didn't get used to zip forms for 8-10 years like we had the chance to, it would make our field a lot harder.
Well,
Like if
you
we
know-
had to relearn these things every 2 years or so, that would make our job
Well, what I love and what came home tonight is that I realized when I first opened this up here, over on the left hand, this is where I'm going to create my transaction. And now then everything in that transaction I'm going to use over here on the right. So it's like, oh, all right,
Exactly.
I got it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And because I wasn't connecting it, because I wanted to come over here and it's like, no, I don't.
The first couple of days, yeah, exactly. I kept clicking that left side. I'm like, what?
Okay.
Okay.
At this point.
All right, so I want to go
after
back.
The buyer
excuse me.
signs, after all the signatures, we want to create a PDF file to be able to upload the pipeline.
Yes. There's a couple different ways to upload the pipeline. I want to try to get comfortable with that email to the documents thing. There's that, you can save it so it automatically goes to paperless when you send an email. So you don't actually have to upload the documents. Okay, and I have to do research on this,
Okay.
and if somebody else knows it.
Before you do that, though,
Yeah.
I want to make sure. Okay, so I want to go back and review my templates. In that case, I actually want to go down to the setting, the three wheels, right? And then from there, I'm going to be able to actually open up, and because I want to make sure this is my transaction templates. Boy, okay.
You got it?
Yep. And so then if I click on it, because tell me again, my snowman, if I click over there, what's going to happen with my snowman?
Oh, I don't know which one you're talking about. Hold on.
All right, so
Okay.
I want to go and I want to review this because I ended up having Charlotte a couple different
Yeah.
times.
Yep. So go ahead and go there.
Okay.
Click on that one.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
All right, and then scroll down to the actual document that you want to edit,
And it's going to actually be form.
Forms, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then go ahead and
so
go to the
then
offer.
okay. All right. Cool. That's
and then it'll be page 9 that you want to tweak.
Josh, I wanted to rename this here residential purchase dash template.
Okay, so you don't worry about the type. You just want to do the top part there. That's the name.
You don't care about this here.
No, that's literally just what these are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I want to update, I want to put these two things here.
Okay. Did you want to change the name here?
No, that's okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Then so delete broker name from template. Yeah. So go down to the forms, and then I believe I believe it's the actual one on page 9 of the offer.
Yeah.
page 9. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was just kind of reviewing the
Yeah.
rest of this quickly as I was going through.
Yeah, all agent information needs to be removed from the last page.
Okay.
See, this is where I have a problem.
Oh, look at that, signing in action, isn't that cool?
I want to make sure I'm working on my template, but I'm not sure
Yep,
if
no,
that's
you're
it.
there. Yeah, transaction template. You're good.
Okay, so,
And that's-
make sure.
Oh, okay, these are all the,
Yep, and just remove all that crap.
Oh, okay, so remove. Okay. Including all of, everything? So leave this entire area?
As far
like-
as I know, yes. I may be wrong, but as far as I
Okay.
know, that's
Well,
why
we'll
yours
find
popped
out.
up twice.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
how did,
Now,
Yeah,
I
just
didn't
delete
think
it,
I
just
put
pop
it
it and
in
delete
here,
all
though,
that,
that's
yeah.
what's interesting. Things you know you think you don't do.
highlight it and delete it? How about the breaker code?
I think it's that whole spot that
The
needs to be
whole line?
removed. Yeah.
All right, now, is there a button that you save, or the fact that I've done this? Let's see, I think, no, wait a minute.
Yep, and then
I
yep,
think
right
one
there.
of these
Yep,
right here,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, market conditions. Where is this?
Okay,
Okay, so here's where in paperless pipeline, okay, under upload docs it says upload by email. Okay,
all right, so go to paperless, is that what you're saying?
and every transaction has a email address set to it. But here's where I've never utilized this before, but I think it's supposed to be the best. Okay, so like for example, see this
Okay, why can't I find save?
All right, so where in paperless are you doing this?
Okay, so under
Did you say upload?
yeah, okay, but this is what you see. Okay, so upload by email. All right, and I'm not sure what other people see because we have our locations. This is the one that they would send, or
Right
either
here.
one of these two. Yeah, see any location, and it would automatically just go into the generic ones. So for example, like go ahead and copy that.
Whoops. Let me see.
It can't right there, yeah. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Okay, now go to your email.
My regular email?
Your email.
Okay, hold on, I think I closed it.
Are we supposed to have a check mark in market conditions?
Exactly, that's what was missing. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Now, okay, so if you go to, there you go, in
For
action.
this one?
Well, anything, for example, can I just show you something as an example?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so take this, just open that email.
This email?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And then now forward it.
Whoops, wait a minute, sorry. I have to remember.
What is it that we're doing?
I'm seeing if this will work for her to put the documents. Okay, now paste. All right, now send. Okay. Now, in about a minute or two, open paperless pipeline, and under unassigned docs, see if those are there.
If that works, you're gonna teach me how to do it.
Because if that's the case, when we're in Authentisign or whatever, we're gonna add that email or that URL or something, right? For those docs to be attached to.
I'm not following you just yet.
Okay,
That's
I'm trying to figure, I'm sorry, Fred, sorry.
That's another reason why we have to review the documents. It's uploaded?
Okay.
And then you just go in and assign them. No, there were two documents in that email. It uploaded both.
Okay,
And so then now you just literally go in and assign them to whatever.
Did we have to make sure that Molly signed it?
See assigned docs? Well, that's different. We're talking about once it's signed and you're ready to put them into paperless.
And so,
But don't we have to make sure all signatures are on?
Yeah, we're not talking about any document. This isn't Molly's. We're just doing documents in general right now. We're not talking about. So yes, obviously you would want them to be signed before you upload
So
them.
that's our
Okay.
review. When we say we want to review the documents, we need to do that.
No, you're
Oh,
mixing things up
okay.
right now.
All right, so in other words, and tell me if I'm wrong. So I copied and pasted this from in paperless, okay? This is where it said upload by email, okay? All right, so then I have it
Good.
there. I
I took
went
that
to
one step
my
too
regular
far.
email. So Josh, then if I look at my inbox and so, and say for example, it said that this signing session was done.
Okay, so Fred,
Um,
go ahead and open paperless pipeline. Okay, and I'll.
Let me make, because I was trying to connect.
All right, and what you'll want to do is see now it's hopefully saved. Now it's
Yeah,
hopefully
I
saved
have
up.
them, I have them.
No, what I was
Okay,
I
go
was
ahead.
saying hopefully the address, that email address to paperless, hopefully is saved. So that way, when you type in now paperless up top in your address bar, it'll hopefully just pop up. So that's cool.
Because what I'm wondering is then when it says that this is complete,
Exactly. That's when you forward it.
then
It'll
I would
automatically
okay, that, all right.
Exactly.
All right,
See how much
that's
easier
what
that was?
Mhm.
All right.
I don't have a URL on this computer for it.
Don't you have it
You
in
should
your,
have bookmarked it. Hopefully.
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
used this computer for.
Oh, well,
Oh,
your
that's right, this
your
is your
Google
new
bookmarks. Okay. So you have the option when you save a bookmark to save it generically to Google, where it'll show up under any of them. Yeah. I don't know exactly how.
You
So
So
know what
if
the
you
URL
do,
is?
so if, well, if
Uh,
you do, okay,
think
hold on a
it's
sec.
here you go. App.paperlesspipeline.com.
At
app.paperlesspipeline.com.
app.
Alright,
Agent login.
and it's gonna be your Fred ad, do you remember your password?
Probably.
Yeah.
Do I use the whole thing or BREPM?
I'm gonna say,
I don't know which one.
yeah, I'm
you
not
have there.
sure either.
I've used the whole thing, I know that. Let's see if that works. Stay logged in for 7 days.
Look at you.
I got that.
Now, so this is where then you wanna save it, so save this, so hit your star,
I wanna go
yes,
to my
yes,
bookmark.
and done. So you, yeah, you got, So you want your bookmark, yeah, and then hit done, and now it'll be up there automatically.
That's what
Yeah,
I need.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
I just hadn't done it on this computer yet.
I forgot that this was a new computer
Yeah.
for you.
All right. So perfect. Okay.
All right, so yours, now,
So what I
see,
wanted to see
Fred-
is if
Fred
he's-
does not have.
Okay. Upload docs. All right. Upload my email.
Okay,
All right. And that's the email address that you'll want to send it to. So copy that and save that to your whatever address book or whatever in Gmail.
okay, so, actually, so in other words,
So
hold on.
did you copy it?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and open your
Oh,
inbox.
here.
All right, and under contacts, I don't know where. Right, that person right there, right below that, right there. Yeah. Oh, that's Hangout contacts. My bad. Sorry about that. Oh, up here I think. Yeah. Shoot. Okay, where do you save contacts?
I usually save them in Gmail or Yahoo, one or the other.
Oh, is it over here? Is it one of those? No.
I have to figure out what you're doing.
I'm trying to help him save a contact. Oh, well, anyway, I can show you what we're doing. Okay, so find something that has an attachment. Go ahead and scroll down, you'll see it below it. Keep going. There, that has one. So, oh, no, don't want to actually click that. Go ahead and hit that back arrow right there. Blow. Okay. So what we can do
Just open
is that
it,
you'll just
yeah.
forward it. So yeah, open this email. The email. No, not the invoice. Okay, just open the email. There you go. Okay. No, you. That's the actual. Okay, close that. Okay, actually, open your email. Okay, so
See where your
now,
forward is over
yeah, now
here?
forward that.
This one right here, the three dots, yeah.
Now forward. Okay, now
Copy and
paste
paste
it. Paste the address that you just had.
Right here.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
where you
right.
were, right there. Okay, so now go ahead and hit send. All right, now in about a minute, when you go back to paperless, you'll actually see that you have a document waiting to be uploaded or assigned. Okay, so go ahead and hit transaction. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry about that. Hit the speedometer thing. Or, yeah, that one works too. Okay, so go ahead now. See your unassigned documents right there? Okay, hasn't shown up yet. Give it 1 minute. It'll, that should turn to a 4. So, go ahead and, if you want to refresh that little circle thing. There you go, 4, boom, it's right there. And so now you just click on it and assign it to whatever transaction you would want to do. So like assign, and that's it. And you could assign it to whatever, see, since this is your
Yeah,
only
that's-
transaction, it wants to assign it to that one,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, if you could open another transaction, but see how easy that was? So when she signs her document, you literally just forward that email to this address, and it'll automatically upload all the documents to Paperless Pipeline for you.
So I still need to put that URL in my contacts.
Well, if it doesn't store it automatically, but yes.
Yeah, and that's what I have done.
And I'm such a doofus because I have not had it. I haven't done this
I
in
have
so
had
long.
problems with Gmail in contacts. Let's see if I can get it.
Well, because over on the dots on the right-hand side, you know, you have contacts here, but I thought that there was another way to save them in your address book.
Okay, where's my Gmail now?
Okay, so if I do this, upload docs, and then upload by email, and then if I save that, okay, so Google Contacts, I'm going to create contact. I'm going to say
Oh, here, I
paperless.
got it now. Create contact.
Oh,
And-
how did you do that?
Well, it's way over here.
Okay.
I
Okay.
do have a problem.
On the
No.
3 dots on the right hand side, Mom, on the top, you know, the array. Hold on a second. Boop, boop. Up here, the dots. One of those is contacts.
Under name, I could just put pipeline, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
you should be able to.
okay, so if I do contacts, so maybe I've got it. Create contact. And then, so forgive me, but am I not going to, this is where I'm going to actually put that email that we just did, huh? And I'm going to call it paperless?
Yeah. Okay. And if all goes well, when we go back over to Gmail, and let's just say I want to just type an email.
I'm going to say save. Okay.
So let's see the real tour,
Okay.
and then I want to forward. And if I type in PAP, paperless pipeline right there, boom!
Okay, now do that again.
Money. Woot woot. Okay, so I saved it as a contact.
All right.
Right.
So now under my Gmail, I'm going to put paperless,
Well, yeah, you just go into Gmail and find any email.
but I wanted to see where it
Well,
says.
No, you don't need to go up there, but yeah, that works. Okay, so
Okay.
hold on. Did you save it as a contact?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so then go ahead and let's forward this email.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
And then
just type in PAP and see if it pops up.
You know, P is so far down in my contact list, and I have so many. I usually put
Signatures, paper.
Wait a minute.
What did you save it as, Mom?
I thought I saved it as soup. Something went wrong. I did it as paperless.
If I want it to be at the top of my contact list, I put an A in front of it.
Oh.
See?
A
Paperless
dash.
pipeline.
Okay, so then it should have just came up if
All right,
that's
so
the
let me get out of
case.
this, because then, let me just do this. Hello?
Well, it didn't work. How come it
Hello?
didn't work?
Well,
Yeah, there it is. See it?
yeah.
Now it's at the top of my.
Yeah, well, that only works if you know it's going to be A.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
because if you just type in P, P should pop up in general.
Oh.
What is all this?
I don't know. So, okay, go to your contacts really quick
Yeah.
and open that up. All right, now go ahead and click it.
And see, it's associated with this.
Okay, go ahead and edit really quick. I want to see how you put it in. Okay, you did it under paperless pipeline.
And it should be the email,
Save.
right?
Perfect. Yeah. Okay.
And I hit save,
Yeah, go
but
ahead and cancel. All right. Yeah, go ahead and cancel. All right, now get
let
out
me
of
get
that.
out of this.
Yeah, now close out of that. You have a lot of Gmail stuff open. Okay,
Sorry.
so go ahead and go to your go to a new Gmail, like not new, but open. Go home. Let's open a new email.
Okay. So right here.
Yeah. Okay, now choose a different one. I just want to just any of them. That works. Yeah.
How about just
Yeah.
to see?
All right, now either
Let's forward it.
forward or reply. Now it should be in your contacts. So if you type in now, hopefully.
Josh, where did you say I could put the P?
No, it's just in alphabetical order. Yeah,
All right,
Mom. I don't know why yours isn't
I
showing
don't
up.
know. So I've
But
got to
I-
figure out
I
something.
tried it under search and it doesn't work.
Okay. Well, no, because you have it saved under A.
No, I changed it.
Okay. So if you just go P.
Here?
Yeah, if you're searching under P. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
The
so
more
let
you type in,
me-
it'll just narrow down the selections.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I'm all set.
And when if you go to send an email now, you should be able to just do the same thing. So, like, go ahead and just open one email. Okay, and let's reply without actually replying. Okay, now type in PAP, or go up there. Type in PAP really quick.
Well, bookers, why is this not working out? All right, I'll have to figure out what I did wrong.
I don't know either.
So,
Oh,
Is this, let me get rid of this.
remember you were having an issue with your G Suite accounts pairing. Yeah.
okay. Is your paperless showing up yourself?
His shows up just like yours, but then when he sent his email, it didn't pop up again,
Yeah,
just like yours.
Yeah.
When I try to populate the to line, it doesn't come up.
Yeah. That, and man, I wish I knew more.
Who could we talk to that might know? Would it be a Jeff thing or?
Jeff, anybody that knows computers themselves, like this is a Google email
Yeah, I don't
thing,
know.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you did literally the exact same thing I did,
And we saved it.
the exact same way I did.
Okay.
I don't know.
And if I go under contacts, I can find it.
We need to pay that bill. I think it was popping up on the time I didn't upload it. Okay, so yeah, but you can see how it works, and you saw that when you copied and pasted it, it actually did work.
Yes. Yes.
And hopefully somehow it'll register, because that would streamline everything. The moment she signs it, you're gonna get the email. You simply forward that email to that email address, and it's in paperless.
uploaded, yeah.
You just assign it to the right transaction, and you're good. Yeah. So
It's the same process, except we don't manually have to upload it.
exactly.
Bye.